Alrighty, folks. We're gonna do our daily Metaflora, where we gamble. You can predict, will I get it in 10 or less? Let me start the prediction. So this game is a lot like Wordle. Yeah, the game is like Wordle. And I can use hints. A hint counts as one guess. So, let me open the predictions. Alright. Wager your points. I think it'll be successful. If you vote no, that's fine too. I won't be hurt if you say no. I think it's reasonable to vote no, actually. Matthew Strong. You think I'll get in 5 tries? Oh my god, 26,000 votes. Y'all are bold. You think, y'all think that I'm gonna really get them? You've forgotten the answer, okay, Duskborn? Don't influence me too much as to what it is. We don't want to spoil the surprises. Can't pass on those odds. Yeah, you'll win big if I don't get it. All right, Sassy Frog, you and Beppy are gonna hit it big if I don't get them. So you have 40 seconds to vote. You'll get a jackpot. Yeah, you're gonna get so many oats. Some of y'all have more control issues with. You secretly believe. Yeah. All right. 20 seconds. You voted no, but you hope I win. Okay, sounds good. Well, it might be hard. Who knows? Duskborn said it took him 19 guesses. All right. Wager your guesses. You got about 5 seconds. It better be Rose. Okay, yeah, Duskborn is keen, so it must be a hard one. Pray. Okay, here we go. Help me keep track of the count, okay? This is guess number 1. Rose. Okay, it's in the clade of rosids, which is just a big group of plants. There's 70,000. It could be anything of the 70,000. Let me do 1 rose. Yeah. Okay, this is guess number 2. Soybean. We got guess number 2. Okay, it's not soybean. I'm gonna take a hint for guess number 3. So it's not a fabid. And a fabid is... It doesn't give us a description. Okay, 2 is soybean. Thank you, Sassy Frog, for helping keep count. I really appreciate that. Because I forget. Fabids are like fabaceous things, right? Okay, hint is number 3. Okay. It's a malvid. It's in the... What? Gustavo, this is simply a plant game. So if you don't know plants, then it's not going to make sense. This is plant taxonomy and evolution. I think you're probably brilliant. Hint? Okay. Number 3 is malvids. It could be any of the brassicas, myrtles. Honestly, I don't know half of what these are. Brassicas are like... The brassicales is like broccoli and kohlrabi. Malvales, those are like mallows. Myrtle ales is an order of like crepe myrtles and eucalyptus. Sapindales is like zapote, some other like Mexican fruits. You're smelling oats. Okay, number 4. Let me guess. No. Okay. Wordle. Myrtle. Okay, we're gonna do Myrtle for number 4. Okay. No, okay, it's not Myrtle. But that was number 4. We'll take a hint for number 5. Hint for number 5, please. Oh, okay. It's an. This is also an order of plants. Is a small order of plants. The geranials. These are like geraniums, but this is a whole order of plants. Geraniums? I don't know anything in this except geranium. This is number 6, geranium. They have like weird smells. Okay, we got it. Geranium. Called Dusky Cranesbill, Morning Widow, or Black Widow. Don't break my heart and okay, we got it. We got it on the first one. You just like the smell of geranium, me too. You bet 120,000. That's crazy. Answer's yes. Will we get in 10 or less? Yes. 3,700 oats were bet. Nerf hints. That's fair, yeah. I think it should be I can only do 3 hints. You were technically correct. Okay, yeah. So I think the rule going forward is 3 hints total. And a hint counts as 1 guess. That way it makes it harder, because I could technically do 5 hints and then figure it out. That's very sweet, Gustavo. But the hints were very helpful. Only 3 hints. Okay, so remember for next time. 3 hints max. Each hint counts as 1 guess. Only 1 hint. That would really make it hard. I think 3 would be more fun for me. 0 hints. If it's 0 hints, then people should always be voting. Oh my god. 37.6k go to Monogonian and 9 others. I think I used 2 hints, right? Code Ninja. Hints in this game say you trade. Hint for 3 guesses. That's right. It does say for 3. But I with the gambling, I created my own rules. When I used to vote no, it was against all hints. You learned your lesson and you vote yes. You don't have enough oats to pay rent now. Oh no, Peppy. This is our plant of the day. Geranium Phalium. Let's look it up. The Morning Widow. That's sad. What a sad name. Okay, commonly known as Dusky Cranesbill. My favorite scented plant might be the sad but beautiful. Yeah, it is pretty. I think I like paper whites. Paper whites. McDonald's is always open. That's crazy. The Black Widow. Native to southern, central, and western Europe. Is cultivated as a garden subject. That means people grow it because it's cool in the garden. Dark violet colored flowers. It is unmistakable with its dark purple petals turned backwards and conspicuous, which means noticeable, projecting stamens and styles. Petals are crinkly edged and pointed. Leaves often blotched brown. The cultivar Our Pat. Okay, let's see. These are the stamens. That's the male reproductive part. Conspicuous means that they're very obvious and easy to see. Call me Dusky. Oh yeah, I will if you want me to. T266726, welcome back. Paper white scent. Spread your fragrance. Paper white scent. I do like. Spread your fragrance forever. Some say it smells like cat pee, but I think it smells so sweet. Yeah, it is unique looking. Cute. I want to see leaves. Does a vanilla plant have a smell? Vanilla's an orchid. Maybe, I'm presuming the orchid might have a smell. Vanilla orchid flower smell. Yes, vanilla orchids can have smell, but not the ones you commonly see, since the majority will be species. Okay. Yeah. Those lyrics were insane. Oh yeah. My Kindle is unscented. I feel cheated. Boom, boom, boom. I guess the flower probably does have a slight aroma. Vanilla-like aroma. The primary scent is recognizably vanilla, as the vanilla bean is harvested from the orchid plant. I guess it does smell like vanilla. While fragrant, it's not as intense as the concentrated extract. I've seen the vanilla orchid, and it's a weird-looking plant. It's an epiphyte that's kind of strangely thick and gangly. Let me see. That's not right. Vanilla orchid. It has really thick, weird-looking leaves. And the fruit of the orchid is the vanilla pod, which we then extract. This is what it looks like. This is the vanilla orchid. See, it kind of goes think, 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 think. It's got that penny state look to it. Think, 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 think. Yeah, it is alternate leaf arrangement. One leaf per node. What plant would identify as my nemesis? Probably a weed. Probably when I was in California. When I was in California, it was Himalayan blackberry because I had to pull it out when I worked at the botanical garden. I'm not going to spell this right. It is so thick. Himalayan blackberry has a really thick stem. Yeah, this is what it looks like. Himalayan blackberry. Really thick stem and has these thorns, so the stem tissue protrudes outwards. They get huge and thick. And what they do is they go up and they touch down. And when the tip touches down, it spreads roots again. And so it's pretty vibrant. Thick and gangly. That was what they called U.S. garnet. People knew secrets. They knew the things. But yeah, the geranium. Let's look at the leaves. Rose, welcome back. Okay, this was the plant of the day. This is a cultivar. Geranium, the morning, what's it called? Black Widow, that's the name of the plant. It has these dark spots in the leaves, which are nice. Variegated, chocolate green chevron markings. Eggplant purple. The flowers are deep purple. How's work go, Rose? Busy, busy? Seabass. Oh, there's a ravine nearby where you sunbathe in the summer. It's full of blackberry bushes. Oh, yeah. So you're in Northern California. There's native California blackberries, and then there's the invasive Himalayan one. The Himalayan one's really robust. So it's not like... It competes with the native ones, but it makes tasty fruit. I think the fruit of this one is really tasty. You came in at a good time when I said it's thick. Yeah, this one is thick. What is it diff? Himalayan, they're different species. One's from Himalayas, one is from California. The California one is a little bit smaller. In like the girth. The fruits themselves are a little bit rounder. You can see that the little tiny things, Rubris ursinus. Yeah, they're both Rubris. The genus of these is Rubus. They're both in the family Rosaceae. So the flowers, check this out. Flowers of a family often look similar. So this is a flower. This is probably, actually, what is that plant they showed here? This is a rose. The rose just got here. This plant is genus Rosa, so it's a type of rose. The flowers have 5 petals, and then the little thin stamens and some kind of like thick female reproductive part in the middle. If you look at this is kind of similar. It's like 5 little petals and a bunch of little gangly stamen with the female parts in the middle. This is a blackberry flower in the same family, the rose family. Yeah, plans for the weekend. I think Marcus and I might go to a bar or club to celebrate a bunch of different things that have been occurring. So, and then probably relaxing. Maybe go get some good food. This is your cousin. Yeah. It's a me, Danny. If you could choose one plant starter to be your starter in real life, who would it be? Oh, good question. One plant. Like, if it could walk around and like do stuff. I think I would probably choose... that's a fascinating question. I'm gonna think about the plants here. I want something big. Maybe it's like tall, like cactus, a columnar cactus. Or something tropical that can grow quickly. But to answer your question succinctly, I think I would say Carnegie gigantea, which is a saguaro. The saguaro cactus. This is what I would choose. These big ones. You know, they go like this. Forte. You identified a key thing. Every plant that makes fruits starts off as a flower. Every single one. You can't get fruits without the flowers. So you get... What happens is the flower is fertilized and then the ovary swells up. A fruit is a swollen ovary. So once the ovary is fertilized, or sometimes they self-fertilize and stuff like that, then you can get the fruit tissue. And inside the fruit are the seeds. The pickle does look like a caked up saguaro. Have I ever built a terrarium? Yes, parasociologist, I have. Let me see. I have one up there on the shelf. You see in the glass container? It's a carnivorous plant terrarium. I'll have to show you someday when I get the thing set up here. Salty boy, I do like a wispy little Talanzi that follows me around. That'd be fun. I think something really small and cute or something very big and powerful. So that would also be good. A cute little guy, just hanging out. You want to build a terrarium, you have a perfect 5-gallon jar. Ooh, yeah. Get some nice moss. Get some good tropical plants. Forte, I'm curious as to what the flowers of common fruits look like. Let's take a look. Name some fruits and we'll look at the flowers. Ebaz. Yeah. Ask questions. I love to help. You can pick my brain when you're ready to build it. Depending on what you put in there. If you do a carnivorous one, you might have to have like granitic sand and more acidic things, and depends on what you're doing. Rose. Congrats to Marcus. You saw he wrote a book and he launched his People Services website. Very good. Yeah. Exactly. So if Marcus is here, you know, check it out. Xenons, thanks for following. Okay, let's go one at a time here. We go oranges. Orange flower. Thank you, Forte, for... Okay, that's not right. Citrus flower. Thank you, Forte, for sharing these. I'm excited to go through these with you. This is the flower of a citrus, and it will smell sweet. So let's see if we can... Those are the buds. These little flowers, these are the petals. Those little things right there called sepals. So sepals, petals. These things sticking out of the male parts called stamen, and this thing in the middle, on the very top, is called the stigma. The stigma is sticky, and I remember it's called a stigma because if your hand is sticky and you shake someone's hand, you'll have a stigma against you. Beneath the stigma is a skinny part called a style. And it, you know, if you're a model, you know, it might be skinny. I don't know. That's how I remember it. But bananas. Let's look at banana flowers. So this... Let's see. So see that yellow thing right there? When that yellow thing gets pollen on it, a little tube goes down. And that little... See that swollen? Can I enhance this? Jarvis, Show me this guy's enhanced flower. So see this little orange, orange tip? If you go down there, there's this green bit. This green bit will become the fruit, and it swells up, and then it'll look like that. So the flower was right here. See the little, like, navel of this? This was where all this stuff was coming to the flower, and it swelled up and everything dropped down. Loquats, sea bass. Let's look at loquats too. We're gonna go the banana next, as for the order. Banana flower. Okay. Banana flowers are crazy. So these are, each of these is like a banana flower. Okay, this is a good one. You can see this thing opens up from the banana. And then each of these things is a flower. And this little swollen thing back here that's lime green is what becomes the banana. So yeah, each of these little things is one flower. And it has one, it's like one ovary. And then it'll get pollinated and each of those becomes a banana. You can kind of see these look like bananas, like in a bundle right there. See that? Funky looking, huh? You can eat the flowers. You had a banana tree that grew flowers, but then it froze in the winter. Yeah. Yeah, they do that. But see, it's a crazy little thing. This is the big banana plant, and from the middle of these big leaves, it shoots out this flower stem called the inflorescence. Here's a good example. These are what wild bananas look like. You can see all the seeds in there. It's giving tropius. Yeah, it is. These are the flowers on top, and then the ovaries down there. You wish you have a lemon tree, but your region's too cold for them. Yeah, you're in Boston, right? Might be a little too cold. Lemons are subtropical. They like Texas and California and Florida and Georgia and Louisiana. Might be a little bit too cold up there. You could put them in a pot and bring them inside in the winter if you want. You'd have to put a lot of fertilizer and stuff. Okay, Forte, what was next on your list? Grapes. Grape flowers. Yeah, grape flowers are not something I am acquainted to. Yep, these are the flowers of grapes. And just like all the other fruits. Okay, let's see. Some of these grape flowers are either male or female, I think. Is that right? No, they might be both. Bananas look the way they do because of human interference. We cultivated them. That's right, Yoban. On February 22nd, we're having a presentation on plant genetics, and we'll talk about plant domestication and how people have cultivated them. The Aztec and Mayan folks cultivated things into what we have as corn. So corn was the product of like indigenous agriculturalists. And we have carrots because of folks in, Europe and Western Asia. So yeah, we'll talk about all that. It'll be fun. But yeah, these are grape flowers. This big stem is called the inflorescence. Let's look at pears. Pear flowers. You've probably seen pear flowers before. They look like cherry blossoms. So pears are in the same genus as cherries. So they just look like cherry blossoms. They have 5 petals, and sometimes they can be pinkish, but I think most pears are white. You know, the Bradford pear, those little stinker dinkers, this is what they look like. You could plant a pear tree, and people might say, oh my god, you have a beautiful cherry blossom tree. And that's what we do in Texas. They're quite elegant, yeah. So in Texas, in Japanese gardens, we'll plant plums. Because people think that they're cherries. My family in Mexico protect and grow native corn. Exciting! Seabots, yeah. Yeah. Corn, tausinte, is from Mexico. And the indigenous Mexican folks cultivated it and domesticated it. Nestle Frog gave it orange grove, but most of them we lost to the freezes now. Oh yeah, the freezes. As the climate changes, we're getting more cold fronts and more extreme cold weather in the southern United States, so we can grow less subtropical and tropical fruits. But then, yeah, it's unfortunate. Prickly pears and dragon fruits are both cactaceae. Yes, Rose, you're right. They're both grow on cactus plants. Yeah, well, let's look at dragon fruit next. So these are plums. They look like cherry blossoms, right? Dragon fruit flowers are wild. Big, big cactus flower. Here's a great one. This is a great picture. You can see that okay. This is the spent flower. So all of the petals and stuff were out of here. Sid of Venus, thanks for following. All the petals and stuff are out of here. And this is, I guess it's a receptacle. What, I don't know what this is. But it's a piece of plant tissue. The ovaries inside of it. And it is fertilized. Let's find a better photo, actually. That sounds good as I thought it was. Yeah, this is the flower. Beautiful cactus flower. These are all called tepals. Well, these are tepals. Those also might be tepals. It's like, they're not petals. They don't have the same kind of origin as petals. Look, you can see these are the spent, like, petals and stuff. You love dragon fruits because they remind you of dragon eggs. Yeah, they look like dragon eggs. Yeah, it's a tropical cactus. See, it has these little sections where the thorns would be. Let's look at the prickly pear. Prickly pear flowers. I love these things. We have these all. They're in almost every state in the United States. New Jersey even has this native to their region. Your sweet prickly pear and sour or bitter. Interesting. I didn't know about the different flavors or the different attributes. But this is a prickly pear cactus. And this is the fruit structure. The tepals are up here. It'll get fertilized, and this thing will turn like purplish red, and then you can eat it, and it'll be full of seeds. Mango. Okay, Forte. Let's look at mango. Yeah, people said we haven't seen snow since 1895. Sassy Frog, that's crazy. Rice. Rice is a fruit. Okay, let's do rice because it's quite unexpected. Yeah, Adam, rice is a fruit, and it does have flowers. Rice flowers are so small and dainty. Let's see if I can get a good photo. This is a rice flower. So, rice is a fruit, and grasses make flowers, but they're so tiny you might not see them for hours, unless you pull out a hand lens and look carefully. To see, these are the grass flowers have different names for the different pieces of tissue. But yeah, this is rice. I have a whole book that is just very demure. Yes, I have a book that is just plants of grasses of Texas, and it goes over every single like shape of the flower. Is there anything that flowers is technically a fruit? Yes. So if something, by definition, if something makes flowers, then it will make fruits. If it makes cones, then it doesn't make fruits. You have 3 options as a plant to reproduce. Yusuke, hello, we're doing, plant time. You have 3 ways to reproduce as a plant. 1. Make spores, like mosses and ferns. Just how fungi make spores, plants make spores too. Second option, make cones. Cones are like exposed, naked reproductive structures with exposed, naked seeds. And the third one is to make flowers and fruits. Flowers they get a swollen ovary, and that swollen ovary is a fruit. There's a lot of different types of fruits. Let me show you something real quick. Okay, I'm gonna pull up a little. Do I have a presentation? I have a slide I made on this. Yeah, some fruits are toxic. That's right, Seaman. Forte, grapefruit flower looks just like the other one we looked at, the orange flower. They're both in the genus Citrus. Okay, I'm gonna find a quick picture of the flowers. Okay. I'll show you this. Oop. That wasn't right. Yusuke. So a flower, my face is covered. A flower is made up of 4 whorls, which are modified leaves. Do I know about mangosteen? I've had mangosteen, yeah. We can look at mangosteen in a minute. So fascinating. What about fungus? Yeah, fungus makes spores. No bees equals no flowers and no fruits. Yeah. You could have a lemon tree. Yeah, those are all good ones. You could have a tomato plant, pomegranate. You can put them in pots and move them indoors, Rose. But flowers are made up of 4 distinct sections called whorls. And a whorl is just 3 or more leaves at a node. So this is a flower. There's no quiz to this. The first whorl are called sepals. So this is like protective tissue. Often it is kind of green. Then there's the colorful part called the petals. And it's another whorl of modified leaves. The third one is the stamens. These are also modified leaves. But they have male reproductive parts, so they make pollen. The end has the pollen. And the pistil is the 4th whorl. The ackee is the national fruit of Jamaica. Ooh, interesting. I think I've heard of it. I've never really seen it, though. Yeah, toxic fruit. Then you can have different structures of flowers. So, this is a mimosa type flower. Lots of little stamens. The aster, these are called inflorescences, which is a bunch of little flowers. So this one here is a bunch of little flowers. It has really small petals, but lots of male reproductive part. Sunflowers and asters, this is a bunch of little tiny flowers, but it looks like a big one. OGN. I don't know what OGN is. You need to sit in one of the presentations again, Rose? Oh, I'm glad you like them. No, most flowers about to get a bee drunk, yeah. And then the inflorescence is a fun one. It has a spadix. It has this thing called a spadix, which is a bunch of little tiny flowers. Each of those bumps is a flower. Bottomless mimosas, yeah. Exactly. Okay, let's see. This is Opuntia. You can see this is what the flower looks like. I cut it in half. This is the ovary in here. So this is what a dragon fruit is. Did Rose, you mentioned dragon fruit and prickly pear, right? This is what a prickly pear is. This inside here, this is where the seeds form. And this big thing swells up and becomes edible. And they have tepals. Okay. I think that's the end of this. We'll end this presentation. Get me out. Get me out. Okay. There we go. Onions, yeah. There was something else I was going to talk about. Oh, fruits. I might have a thing on fruits. Okay, maybe not here. It'll be somewhere else. Anyway. Yeah, fruits. The wonderful world of plants. That's right. Well, I think you get the picture. Thank you, Rose. You appreciate how passionate I am about plants. So thank you. I'm always excited about plants. Watermelon. That sounds good. Let's look at the ackee, and then we'll look at watermelon. Oh wow, I've seen this. These are toxic, right? Can you eat these things? Without them, plants would be no more, yeah. Hydrate. Thank you, Adam. I need to get some more water. The ackee fruit. It's in the Sapondaceae, the soapberry family. A lot of things in the soapberry family are toxic, but it also... lychee and longan are in this family. How do you eat this? You have to... Oh, the pot is to open, then it's safe to eat. You can pick it and eat it after the pot is opened. Interesting. Okay. Wow. I'm gonna get water. You love the way the leaves look. Watermelon. Yeah, watermelon is a fun one. On February 22nd, I specifically talked about how we make seedless watermelon. So, and I made a little diagram with all the little flowers. Watermelon are interesting because the plant is either male or female. So there's two types of flowers. Well, there's actually more than two types. There's female, bisexual, and hermaphrodite. But there's male flowers too. People want the female ones because the female ones give you the fruits. So, at the base of this flower, this can swell up into the fruit. Yeah, look at that. Cute! You've never had Geranium, but you're intrigued. It sounds good. World's biggest flower. I think it's Rafflesia. This might be the biggest flower. I mean, wide. The biggest wide. You really dislike Geranium, the unpleasant. I've never had it. I've had jackfruit, and it was cool. The corpse flower. Rafflesia is a corpse flower. There's also the Amorphophallus. I'm spelling this wrong. Amorphophallus, the Titan arum. Yeah, this one is one flower. This is a spadix, and that's the spathe. Remember we looked at the aroid flowers? So yeah, this is quite large. Amorphophallus phaeonifolius. Amorphophallus, you know what that means? This looks like cognac. This is cognac. Hey, I guessed right. You got that. Yeah, you have one at UC Davis. Yeah, that's right. You're correct. Bebop. Yeah, you can't fit this in your living room. Destroyer, you can work with it. Kind of phallic, it is. That's why they call it Amorphophallus. Do you know about the clitoria? Were you here when we talked about clitoria last time? This is cognac. Cognac. This is the genus Clitoria. It's obviously appropriate. World's prettiest flower. That's just subjective. I'm gonna Google it. The world's prettiest flower is rose white. Okay, let's see. I mean, these people are saying dahlias. That's cute. I think that's quite subjective. I think lotuses might be. I think a lot of people really like lotuses. I enjoy lotuses. I would say that lotuses hold a special place in my heart. And water lilies, mostly lotus. You love cabbage flowers. Oh, really? They're cruciferous, which... The cruciferous means that the... Okay, well, none of these are flowers. These are all leaves. Okay, well... These look like flowers, but that's simply the leaves. Cruciferous means gives you gas. That technically is true. I mean, it can. It refers to the fact that the flowers look like a cross. Let's look up brassica flowers. That's probably right. Sassy Frog, you like the water hyacinth? Yeah, they're invasive, but they're so pretty. Yeah, we'll look at. So these are brassica flowers. They're called cruciferous because they have 4 petals. It looks like a little cross. You know, they're cute. They're charming. Whenever I see this, I think of crops because I only see these when I'm cultivating crops. I love why lotuses represent in Buddhism. Oh, what do they represent, Rose? I'm not acquainted with that. Dahlias are very lovely. Orderly dahlias. Peony. Oh, you like peonies? Oh, very pretty. Yeah, water hyacinth. Oh yeah, I can see why people would import these. Gorgeous. Put these in your pond. and you get some lovely colors. Is this what they look like in your area, Sassy Frog? This is really pretty. I do like the colors, the hues, the shapes. Let's look at peonies for people who would like to see them. Peonies. Earl Grey roses. Peonies are really pretty. I always associate them with delicate stems because every time you get them from the florist, they have to put a little... It looks like this. A little piece of like plastic on the neck of the flower because they bred them so they're so big that they like snap if you hold them the wrong way. Oh, I got stuck. Hold them the wrong way. Oh, they cleared them out. Because they were invasive. Lotus represents enlightenment. Oh, thank you for sharing that. I like it. Earl Grey roses. Okay, let's check that out. Oh, wow. Charming. Dusky. Dusky lavender color. Yeah, Bebop, you gotta brace them because they're so heavy. That makes sense. Let's check out our Discord. Your mom back in 2020 sent you a picture of a baby carrot. You had a carrot growing in there. That's cute. Carrots are kind of hard to grow because their leaves are so small that they often get covered and then they don't get enough light to be able to grow. Hey, red 40 bug, the cochineal. Yeah, these are little pests, little insects that suck the sugars out of this plant. And when you squeeze them, they have the dye. Red, oh yeah, hot Cheetos. You get the dye for hot Cheetos. The moonflower. Oh yeah, okay, wow. This is better than any of the photos on the internet. Did you take this? That's beautiful. Even though it's super invasive. Oh, hi. Geranium, hello. You having a salad for lunch? Having me on. Lovely. Well, how is it going? We're looking at plants and with our metaflora today. This is great. Wow. I would advocate heavily for this invasive species actually dominating the waterways. Beautiful. Plant care. Very small clumps still float around. That's cool. I like that, honestly. Posture check. Oh yeah, thank you. You're eating plants. Hey, that's what they're for. They're to be consumed. Yeah, they can proliferate quite quickly if not kept in check. Is your tree sick? With the middle of this? It could be. I don't think I know immediately off the top of my head if it's sick. I mean, if it has other symptoms. It looks like it's been pollarded. So, that is a particular technique that might be challenging if it is sick, but it will grow back quite well. Yeah, pollarding. For folks who don't know, pollarding is a system that seems to have been around for a long time. Oh, Sassy Wrong, that's cool. Rake them up in a big mats and push them down the bayou. I like that. Pollarding is a way of cutting trees. So you cut the trees at a specific point every year, and then they get into these little knobs. They do this a lot in California. I've seen them in California. Never seen it in Texas. But you maybe crepe myrtles in Texas, but they cut them into these knobs, and they regrow. So let's say you want the plant to be that tall. You cut it like that, and then it becomes this little, small tree. It calluses and forms a big knob here. Apparently, is common in ancient Rome and in France. If you needed little, the small wood for starting fires, this was a good way to do it. Have some trees like this, so every year you can cut some of it to get thinner pieces to help with fires. And you can even do it with big trees, and this is what it looks like. This looks like California. I mean, this is how they do it in California. Let me see. In San Francisco, the city hall has tons of pollarded trees. Here's the photo. This is what it looks like after they've been cut. These are London plane, which is like the family Platanaceae, like sycamores. The English sycamore trees doing Tai Chi. And so when I was at the botanical garden in San Francisco, there was like one day my supervisor was like, "Hey, the whole team is going to be at City Hall polarding the trees. It takes like 2 days to do them all, like a team of 10." You've seen them, yeah. They have these in Berkeley too, on the UC Berkeley campus. And they do this around California, but it's a very formal style. So usually trees are in rows, they get them to a certain height, they cut them very specifically, and they get real thick and they just grow densely. Yeah, fascinating technique. So, yeah. You love the capital in Sac. The park with international plants. Yes, there's an arboretum there. Isn't it cool? Is that one in the sycamore or maple genus? Um, I think the genus is Platanus. Let's look. Platanus. London plane is what it's called. Platanus is a genus. They're called plane trees. Um, the sole living. Okay, I mixed them up maybe. Yeah, Plantanaceae. What are the sycamores in? What is the sycamore family? Oh, it's the same. The sycamore is the plane family. Okay. Plantanaceae. Platanus. Oh, sycamores are. This is the genus of sycamores. Okay. Yeah. Acer is maple, but there's sycamore maple. Yeah. So there's some sycamores that look, they have leaves shaped like maples, but they're sycamores. Called plane trees or sycamores. Yeah. Hmm. Fun, fun, fun. Platanaceae. One genus. Let's see. How many species are in this? Phylogeny. The evolution. Common ancestor. Okay. This one I know. Mexicana. What about redwood? Redwoods. Yeah. Sequoia. Sequoia is the genus, I think. Sequoia dendron. Yeah. Sequoia is a genus too. Sequoia and Sequoia dendron are both redwoods. Sequoia is a genus of redwood coniferous plants in the subfamily Sequoidaceae in the Cupressaceae. Sequoias are in the Cupressaceae family, or the cypress family. Mexicana, get an amen. Yeah, exactly. We love to see it. Beautiful. Well, we did our metaflora. It was geranium. The geranium family. What is geranium family? Hmm, crazy.